In the heart of Burkina Faso, a promise made by President Captain Ibrahim Traoré has been fulfilled. On May 1st, a new agricultural site dedicated to empowering women was officially handed over, complete with water basins, fencing, and boreholes. In this video, we take you to the ground to witness this powerful step towards self-reliance, food security, and national pride. His Excellency the President of Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, was present on this site. He visited you, observed what you are doing, and took note of your concerns. Today, May 1st, we are here to observe with great satisfaction all the work that has been completed, the fencing, the water basins, and the borehole. We also came bearing support to help you restart your activities. This day is well chosen because it is the day we commemorate workers. All of us here work. It is work that gives value to a person, and this aligns with what His Excellency, the President of Faso, said back in March when we came here to encourage the women, as they already do, to continue working hard, to remind them that it is through work that we emancipate ourselves, that we stay away from idleness, and that we build a nation. Everyone here must commit to progressing and encouraging others so that Burkina Faso becomes even more prosperous. We will never stop saying it. His Excellency, the President of Faso, carries every Burkinabe in his heart. As we often say, he is the first Burkinabe. It is important that we stand together with him, that we share a common vision for the Burkina Faso we desire. This means each of us must contribute at our own level. Everyone must take responsibility. Everyone must be proud of Burkina Faso. Today we are here with the women, and as he himself said, if there are no women, there is no household. As they say in Zarma, that's how it is. Forgive my Zarma, it's not very strong, but I believe that's how it goes. This must commit us all. I believe the administrative authorities present here will take all necessary steps to work with the people in ensuring the proper use and maintenance of this farming area and the infrastructure that has been installed. I would like to also give a shout out to the company, or rather the companies that worked here. They kept their promise. When we came here, their representatives confirmed that the work would be finished by the end of April, and it has been done. We are here today for the official handover. This shows their commitment. Everyone must do their part. If they had delayed, it would not have been good, but they honored their word. The head of state gave his word, they followed through, and now it's your turn to follow through on your word. You asked His Excellency to support you because you wanted to achieve more than you did before. That has now become a reality, so you will be able to produce continuously and consistently. I hope the entire local population will support the women here and see this project as their own, because it benefits not just this community, but goes far beyond. What you produce here will benefit yourselves, other Burkinabés who will consume it, and the entire nation. It is a source of pride to know that we can produce, that we are resilient, and that we always have the capacity to move forward. Let me assure you that the head of state, along with his government and all of his officials, are fully committed to ensuring that Burkina Faso becomes a land of peace, a prosperous and developed country where all Burkinabés live with dignity and pride, always seeking the favor of God. Congratulations today on the completion of this project. I hope we will return very soon to visit you again and to taste what you have produced here. The regional leaders, including the regional director of agriculture and all related officials, will take every necessary step to ensure that this market gardening site fulfills its production purpose and thrives. We hope that you will truly enjoy working here. Thank you very much.
S'ils avaient tardé, ce n'est pas bien. Mais c'est aussi avoir une parole donnée.
So what do you think, my people? Please share your thoughts in the comments. The commissioning of the women's agricultural site by President Captain Ibrahim Traoré marks far more than the fulfillment of a political promise. It signifies the birth of a new era, one in which the dignity, strength, and productivity of Burkinabe women are no longer just acknowledged but actively empowered. This project is not merely about fencing land, digging boreholes, or erecting water basins. It is about cultivating independence, sowing hope, and nurturing national pride. It is about creating fertile ground, not only for crops, but for transformation. At the heart of this story is a group of women who dared to believe in a better future. They labored under the scorching sun, they dreamed while carrying burdens, and they persisted in a world that often rendered them invisible. And now, standing on this revitalized land, they are seen. Their voices have been heard by the highest office in the land. Their aspirations are no longer distant. They are rooted in the soil beneath their feet. President Ibrahim Traoré's presence and his government's delivery of this site serve as a powerful testament to leadership that listens, acts, and stands with the people. In a region where promises have too often faded into dust, this action shines brightly. It tells the women of Burkina Faso, and indeed all its citizens, that their labor matters, that their dignity is worth protecting, and that their future is being shaped with them, not for them. This moment is particularly symbolic because it occurred on May 1st, International Workers' Day, a date dedicated to the contributions of laborers around the world. It reminds us that progress is built not in the halls of power alone, but in the fields, markets, schools, and homes of everyday citizens. Every shovel of soil, every planted seed, every drop of water drawn from the borehole is a revolutionary act of nation building. The message delivered by government representatives was equally potent. They emphasized that work is the cornerstone of freedom, the engine of development, and the soul of any prosperous nation, and reminding the women and the gathered citizens that without women there is no household. They not only recognize the foundational role women play in society, but also affirm that sustainable development is impossible without gender inclusion. The agricultural site is not just a gift, it is a responsibility, and this message was echoed clearly. The women were reminded that they too had made a promise to make the most of this opportunity, to transform the land into abundance, and to serve not just their families, but the broader Burkina Faso community. By doing so, they not only honor themselves, but also elevate the nation. Such empowerment sends ripples far beyond the field. A productive woman feeds a family, a group of productive women can feed a village, an empowered generation of women can transform a country. With this site, the groundwork has been laid. The harvest will follow, not only in crops, but in confidence, collaboration, and community resilience. Moreover, this project sets a standard for what development in Burkina Faso, and Africa more broadly, can look like: locally led, community-based, sustainable, and people-centered. It challenges the narrative that African nations must rely solely on foreign aid or distant institutions for their progress. Instead, it tells a different story, one where leaders and citizens work hand in hand, where action replaces rhetoric, and where accountability becomes the currency of governance. It also tells the international community something profound. Burkina Faso is not waiting for handouts, it is investing in itself. Through initiatives like this, the country is proving that meaningful development must start at home, built on the backs of those who know the land, trust the community, and understand the value of hard work. Let this be a rallying call for other regions across the nation. Let it inspire similar projects in the north, south, east, and west of Burkina Faso. Let communities and leaders alike rise to the challenge of building their own solutions. Let women, youth, and elders come together to ask, what can we plant today so that our children may eat tomorrow? This project also highlights an essential principle of leadership: proximity. President Traoré did not simply approve a budget from afar. He walked the site, spoke with the women, and witnessed their needs firsthand. That kind of leadership is rare, and it is powerful. It humanizes governance, it builds trust, and it creates bonds that no speech or press release can match. But the journey does not end here. This is just the beginning. The infrastructure has been delivered, but now the real work begins. It's up to the women to cultivate, to organize, to maintain, and to grow. It is up to the local officials to ensure that the project is supported, protected, and preserved.